Hello everyone, it's Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Friday the 28th of March 2014. Happy Friday everyone. For today's reading, I felt guided to work with Archangel Michael today. And looking back at the readings that we've had during this week and the cards that have come up, starting with the beginning of the week and the Archangel Azrael who is overseeing us this week, and the fact that there was a big decision to be made and a real gateway about that, around that decision, a spiritual magical gateway, indicating that there was real some significance to what this decision might mean. And yesterday's or the other day's message from Kuan Yin around letting go. So I felt guided to call on Michael today to give us the strength. Michael provides protection and safety. He also helps to provide us with the courage, the strength, the confidence to make healthy life changes, and he oversees our life purpose. So, I felt just the need to have his energy around that might be helpful to us at this time, given that so much is going on. And I know those messages that we've gotten this week were equally as true for me, and have seen it, taking place as much as you may have in your own life. So, and anyways, let's see what Michael's message is for us today, for all of us who are watching this video in rebroadcast. And thank you all. I want to thank the new people who are new subscribers. New people in my Google circles who have been, sharing my videos around. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, okay. We've had two that drop out here, okay? And the first one is new beginnings and a fresh start, as is what often happens after we let things go, like the message we got from Kuan Yin the other day. So it says, this is a prayer that's on these cards, and it says, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Okay, so this hits the real heart of it. A lot of us are going through some pretty significant life changes right now, and a lot of it has to do with loss and letting go. Okay, I live in the New England area, very close to Boston, and I know there was a huge fire in Boston the other day, earlier this week, and we lost a couple firefighters, and that's always a pretty significant event, whether it's small scale or much larger scale, like something like 9/11. We always value our first responders, and it's a pretty significant change when people lose loved ones in their life, or when there's loss of home, because that fire was around an apartment building, I believe. And whether it's that, or whether it's an earth change that has, or an event of nature that has destroyed an area and people have lost homes, or maybe there's a loss of a source of income of some kind. It's part of life changes that take place. We may not necessarily have wanted it to happen or have asked it for that to happen, but nonetheless, we're forced with making some life changes. And ultimately, we're going to be okay down the line. Michael's an angel of protection, and he guides us into our life purpose and our life path. And he's letting us know, in this case, there's a new slate here and a chance to rebuild anew. Okay, with something new and something that may be significantly better for you. For some of us, that letting go may have had to do with letting go of the past in terms of old hurts, judgments, anger, resentment, guilt, those kind of toxins that clutter the mind and heart. So, but in any case, when this card shows up, it's he's letting you know that there's a fresh start on the way, and that there is a bright horizon. In fact, this card, kind of shows the horizon in here with the cards. With the clouds and the blue skies. So, I feel like, again, it's a card of hope. And just like earlier in the week, even over the weekend, there was reason to be hopeful. There's reason to be optimistic. Okay? So, for some of you, this may mean that there are some new opportunities coming in this weekend, or new things that you're embarking upon that are going to be very fruitful for you. Okay? Michael's holding our hand through this one. And I also feel like, just as in this image, we're kind of rising above in these new beginnings, rising to new heights, rising to new levels of quality, the way we see things, rising up on our spiritual path. This is, in the bigger scheme of things, part of our path of ascension. Okay? So have faith and trust in that. And for some of you, maybe that's a welcome message today. New beginnings and a fresh start. It's like, oh, thank God, because there's just a situation that you're just so tired of dealing with, and you're glad that it's done and that there's a new beginning starting. Okay. We also got the card Focus Upon Divine and Perfect Health that spilled out along with it. And the prayer in the card says, God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. All right? So Michael, with this card, is helping us to stay focused on the activities that enhance our well-being. This is perhaps part of the new beginning that's taking place. All right, maybe that instead of complaining about I have to deal with this and this condition and that condition, whatever, there's a new focus and a new hope for improvement in some health situation in your life, or for somebody that you care about. It's a strong message to focus on self-care and your own well-being at this time. If you are having a lot of stress and difficulty, in some life situation, all right, the message is, I feel for some of you out there, to focus on yourself. Now, I know sometimes we may have been taught in some ways that that's a selfish thing to do, that it's important to be there for others. And it is important to be there for others, but it is equally important when you're going through a stressful time, especially one that involves loss, to really do what you need to do to take care of your own well-being. If that means taking time off from work, or just taking a time out, taking a walk outdoors, for the fresh air and sunshine to process your feelings. If it means calling a friend to have a shoulder to cry on, then that's what it means. But it's important at this time that you take care of your own health and well-being, because it's going to be, in order for you to be there for others, at a time when they need it, you need to take care of yourself. Okay? So, and, to make the most of these new beginnings, these new opportunities that are coming in, you have to make sure that, to make sure that you're at your best, you have to take care of you. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating well, etc. Let's see if there's any other messages that... I also feel like music is part of that. This angel in this image is holding a harp. So I do feel like music is an important part of this for you, a part of a healing process that may be going on. And I'm going to look in the book for a little bit of an additional message upon that card's meaning from Archangel Michael. He says, focus upon your well-being instead of on sickness or injury. Stay centered on your desires. Pour genuine affection and blessings into every cell of your body. Visualize and expect perfect health for yourself and others. So, and speak of yourself and loved ones in terms of perfect health, affirming that all is well. I know one of the ones Louise Hay always said, it was my body now restores itself to its natural state of good health. So it's letting you know that there is going to be an improvement in your health coming, if that's been a concern for you, or the health of someone you care about. All right, so these are our messages going into Friday, and it's nice to know when we go into the weekend that we get a fresh start. Okay, so trust in what's taking place, that there's a bigger plan at work, and it is in your ultimately in your best interest. So take care, everyone. I hope you have a lovely Friday, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.